Hi, this is Kara from the Special Needs Mom podcast.
And this is Angela from Especially Organized, Sensible Solutions for Special Needs Moms.
We have this heart for special needs moms. And so we thought, you know what, let's combine forces. And we have come up with what we're calling the Purge Party. And you can pretty much guess what it is. It's a party where we're going to come together and we're going to purge or, in general, accomplish a goal, a small goal together. So we have set this for January 27th, starting at 8 o'clock for my Pacific Coast people,
which means 11 o'clock for all of you on the East Coast. So this is an opportunity. If you have something on your to-do list that has just been stuck there and you are wanting to move it up on the list, you're wanting to tackle, maybe it's a space or an area of your home or a category in your home that has just needed a little time and attention. This is your opportunity for you to be online with us while you work and have access for us to help you answer your questions, help guide you, and just serve you for those 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you can tell like what we've designed is just this very high level of support for that project that you just haven't been able to tackle on your own. The thing that we are envisioning is that you get to leave this purge party feeling so accomplished because you did the thing. You started the year off getting that thing done that you were stuck on last year. And so it's a momentum builder, if you will. You can go ahead and sign up. We have a link ready for you, and we are offering this for $40 for the whole experience.
Absolutely. And we hope you'll join us. I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a great group of moms of special needs kids. So we all get each other. We all have an understanding of what it's like to have something on our to-do list, but just we haven't been able to tackle it yet. So I hope that you will join us. We're super excited to bring this to you, and we are thrilled to work with you.
All right. We'll see you all there. So actually, I just got done reading a story that I crafted about a year and a half ago during a workshop that I attended on story crafting. And I didn't really premeditate exactly what I'm going to say here because actually, as I read my story, it was just really emotionally impactful for me. And so I actually just wanted to kind of press record and see what came out. I invite you to listen to my story, not for the brilliance of the writing, because you won't find that. But what you'll find is a story that I wrote that for me allowed me to look back at what happened and look at it through a lens of self-compassion and looking at what I had been through in a way that allowed me to see the brilliance and the strength of who I am. And I mean, yes, and not from a place of, I am so great, worship me, more from, in my perspective, this is who God created me to be. And I didn't see it until now. It feels really amazing to connect to your own story, not just to look back and restore what feels like it might have been destroyed, but to actually have a story that's your launching off point for tomorrow, for continuing on. And so I recorded this bonus episode because I want to invite you to consider coming to the Own Your Story workshop that I'm hosting this coming Saturday. It's the 31st of July, and it's just 3 hours. So it's designed specifically for a busy mom like you, that it's not all day, but it is an intense 3 hours. And it's designed also to really up-level the opportunity to connect with other moms that are going to get you, that are going to get to hold your story and just to be with you in that. And I wish I could better explain with words what that feels like. But what you're going to experience is feeling held, feeling known, feeling loved, not just by others, but by yourself. And so I invite you to listen to my story. As imperfect, and I could probably was very tempted to clean it up a bit in as far as make it flow better, but I didn't, because it's not about having a perfect story. It's about sharing our experiences, like I said, in a way that allows us to launch off and to move forward powerfully. Like I said, I invite you to listen to my story, and I thank you ahead for holding it with me. Becoming a mom was the only dream I had ever had in my life. And I fulfilled that dream in 2007 with my first son, Caden, and again with Levi in 2009, and again with Will in 2012. But right before that dream of that third child was fulfilled, I had the worst conversation that I've ever had in my entire life. It was one of those sit-down conversations with the doctor, and I heard the words, "Your son has a mass in his head. We have the transport team coming to get him, to move him to a place where he can get the care that he needs." All I can remember is thinking, this can't be happening to me. This happens to other people, not me. All my life, I could work hard and pretty much get what I want. I had a lot of privilege. And now I was up against a circumstance that was too big for what I thought I had to give. Hearing the words that day when I had that sit-down conversation with the doctor, and hearing the words brain tumor, were the worst moments of my life up until that point. But those moments made the rest of my life possible. It was funny, looking back, everybody kept telling me I was so strong, and they didn't know how I was surviving. And they said I was so brave. And the truth was that all I wanted to do is to crawl in a cave and never come out. And I didn't know if I could do this. Through my son, I learned who I was and how hard I fight when I need to. And so I fought. He fought. We fought. And we surrendered his life to the hands of the surgeon. And we let those doctors literally take him apart in an attempt to save his life. Against my will, we entered into this recovery story that turned from 2 weeks in the hospital to 2 months in the hospital. And at this point, I don't think it's ever going to end. My life shifted from having my dream fulfilled to having my nightmare happen right in front of my eyes. I watched my son lose the life I expected him to have. But let me be clear, he didn't lose his life, just the life I expected him and myself to have. So we rebuilt and we rolled with the punches, and he relearned to walk. And we learned that you don't have to have 2 functioning eyes, and you don't even have to have a functioning pituitary. And at some point in my life, I thought the punches would stop, that there was this magical place called No Punch Land. And so now, almost 10 years later, we roll with the punches as they come. And as the emails and the calls from school keep coming, we learn that gratitude and excruciating pain can coexist. And I didn't need to go anywhere different. I didn't need to go to No Punch Land, because I am strong enough and brave enough to experience anything. So there you have it. It's not my only story, but that's the story I am proud of. I hope to see you at the workshop on Saturday. You can get more information by clicking on the show notes. You'll see a link. You can always reach out to me on email or Instagram. But the easiest way to get all the details is to click on the link that says Own Your Story Workshop. See you there. One more thing before we officially wrap up this show. Sometimes when I'm listening to podcasts, I have the experience of wanting more. I'm listening at the very end thinking, I sure wish that episode didn't end. I invite you, if you feel in any way the same way, I invite you to the Special Needs Mom podcast community, which is a free group that I host on Facebook, where we as a community of fellow moms who listen to this podcast and are experiencing life in similar shoes get to talk to one another, get to share stories, get to actually interact. I hope you'll consider joining. See you over there.